Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm actually talking about a topic that I wish I knew about when I first started reading comics. It's the type of formats or styles comics come in. So first you have digital uh, downloads, and these are great because you can take them on the go, and you can buy them and read them instantly. And you can also zoom in to the pictures, and you can read the words. Um, my only issue with it is I actually like the physical copies. I actually like holding them. I like putting them on my shelves. I like displaying them. Um, but they do have an upside in that you can uh, take them anywhere. So, if you want to buy a whole series on your iPad or whatever and read them while you're at the airport, while you're on the plane, you can do that without having to lug around like 5 or 6 books. Now you have the single issues. Now, when most people think about comics and going to the comic store, they think of buying single issues. And these are great because um, it's the excitement of going to your local comic store every Wednesday and picking up the issues that you follow. And this was kind of how I first got started reading comics. So, yeah, these ones usually are about 20 to 30 pages long, and it usually follows the current ongoing stories and titles. Um, the only thing I don't like about it is it has, these little ads. Um, but I mean, these ones release weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. But like I said, it's the thrill, the excitement, of getting off work, getting off school, and heading to your store, and trying to pick them up. If you don't really know what you're into, buying the trade paperbacks, buying the omnibus, all that, those are pricey. If you're not trying to spend $20, $50, whatever it is, you can pick these up. And these ones are usually about $2 to $5, depending on, if it's Marvel, DC, Image, Vertigo. It really depends. So this one's actually my favorite book that I own. This was actually my dad's. It's Batman: The Killing Joke, and it's an old printing. I believe it's the fourth printing, and there's like no extras in it at all. But I love the story. Anyways, yeah, graphic novels, standalone stories, but usually great art, great stories. Depending on what you buy, Killing Joke, must read. Death in the Family, must read. Long Halloween, all the good Batman graphic novels. These ones will usually run you about anywhere from $10 to $25, depending on the book, depending on the publisher, and depending on the artist, all that good stuff. Now you have your trade paperbacks. Trade paperbacks can either be graphic novels, like I stated earlier, or they can be uh, collect issues of ongoing titles or titles that have already occurred or finished. So Saga, another great read. If you guys haven't read this, I really recommend it. But your trade paperbacks can cost anywhere from $10, and I've seen them go all the way up to $40 as well. These ones, they're really light and portable, and they're usually about 5 to no more than 7 issues long. Um, and the only thing that this doesn't really have that the hardcovers and oversized hardcovers have is they don't have much extras, which isn't too bad if that's not what you're really looking for. If you're just looking to get through the stories without having to wait every week, every month, these are a good option to go with. Um, Civil War also. I know you guys are gonna go watch the movie. I know I am. But you know, um, it is a great alternative if you are impatient. Um, for example, if this one collected issues 1 through 5, as soon as the fifth issue is released to the public, maybe like a month or two after, they will put out the trade paperback or the hardcovers. Next, you have your standard size hardcovers, and these ones will usually run you about $20 to $50. I haven't really seen any standard hardcovers go over $50, but everything is pretty much the same as your trade paperbacks. The only difference is, like it says, it's hard, so it stands up straight on your bookshelf, um, and they look nice. It's presentable. With the trade paperbacks, what usually ends up happening is they usually end up scrunching together, and the spines aren't as big, so you can't read the title. Um, your standard size hardcovers don't really have much extras either. It really depends what you have. So, for example, Teen Titans Earth 1, um, there is no extras at all. It's just the bios. Um, and the page size is pretty much the same as your trade paperbacks. The only difference is it's instead of paper, it's hard. Um, and some of them come with a dust jacket, which some people like, and some of them don't. I recently have switched over to hardcovers. Like I said, just they look a lot better on your shelves. But it's up to you. If you're willing to pay the extra um, money. I know, um, for example, for trade paperback releases, and it's like $15. The hardcover of the same issues or the same. Next, you have your deluxe hardcover or your oversized hardcovers, and these ones are um, not much bigger, but it is bigger than your standard size hardcover. And I love these. You have some phenomenal artwork and some nice coloring. Um, it's just really great to look at, on these big pages. And the oversized or the deluxe hardcovers usually come with a dust jacket. So if you have Thor, God of Thunder, if you take off the dust jacket, some of them, especially Marvels, they have a really nice design going on the actual book itself. Now these ones, the deluxe or the oversized hardcovers, I've seen them for about $25 to $75. So they are pricier, but I mean, for what you get, the bigger pictures, the amount of extras that they give you, it's worth it in my opinion. The deluxe hardcovers can have anywhere from about 10 to, some of them I've seen have about 20 issues. It really depends on how thick the publisher wants to make the book. Not all of them have those extras in the back. Some of them do, but the images are really nice to look at on the oversized pages. Next, you have my personal favorite, the Omnibus. Now, the Omnibus, they can run you anywhere from 40, and I've seen some of them go up to 125, even $150. And the page size are pretty much the same as the deluxe and oversized hardcovers. The only difference is the Omnibus usually collects an author's entire run of a story. Like this is Frank Miller's Daredevil, and this collects his entire run on his Daredevil. Or they can collect anywhere from about 25 to 40 issues. For example, the Animal Man Omnibus behind me has about 26 issues. The JSA Volume 1 has about, I think, like 30 something issues. So it really depends. And the Omnibus, they're great. Especially Marvels. Marvels are really well put together. I know you guys have heard, you know, reviews, watched reviews, but they open really flat, and you don't get that gutter loss. So you can read the entire 2 pages across and not have to navigate to see what's going on around here. Um, and usually Marvels are really nice. Take off the dust jacket, you got the same stuff going on the actual book itself. DC's is another story. DC's bindings, so far I have the JSA and the Animal Man. Those ones have been kind of tight in my experience. The JSA Omnibus Volume 1 is not so bad, and the JSA Omnibus Volume 2 is actually really good. So this is JSA Omnibus Volume 2, and as you guys can see, there is a huge separation between the inner ribbon and the outer spine. It just doesn't lay as flat. You still have to navigate to see what's going on in the gutter, but it's not too bad. I mean, this is huge. This is a big book, so there is definitely going to be some navigation going on, but the images are really, really nice. And lastly, you have Absolute Editions. I'm not sure if these are exclusive to DC publishing, but these are really nice. These ones will run you anywhere from about $50 to $100. I haven't really seen anything go over that, maybe $125. And they always come with a really nice slip case, protects the book. These are giant, really, really big. I mean, if you compare them to like a single issue, it's noticeable. And the binding is well put together. And they usually come with this page ribbon here, so you don't have to like put. I use these Batman playing cards as my bookmarks for all my books. But yeah, definitely the best binding by DC. These ones, from my experience, have some extras, but not a ton. But I mean, it really showcases the amazing artwork, especially the ones by Jim Lee. I really love his Batman and Superman drawings, but it really showcases it, and it really lets you take in the images. Usually on like one of these pages or something, I'll just kind of look at it for like 10 seconds after I read it, just to like take it all in and soak it up. Really, really great stuff, guys. I mean, if you have the money and you want to pick one up, I definitely recommend them. It's not for everybody, definitely not, but for a collector or for someone who loves the absolutes, you should. What are you doing? Okay, sorry about that. My girlfriend was killing a bug. But absolutes, amazing, amazing artwork that is showcased. Amazing binding, probably the best binding by DC, and it usually collects the entire run. So if you have the extra money, if you have the extra shelf space, I definitely recommend picking up one. And if you like them, add them to your collection. All right, guys, that is my breakdown of all the types of comics that are available. If I missed anything or if it was helpful, please let me know down in the comments below. And look out for a how-to video on how to start reading comics soon. All right, guys. Thanks. Till next time.